I'm Alex Harmer and I'm looking at social mention.
I'm Risley, I'm looking at tweet level.
Hi, I'm Cale Cunningham and I did Twitter counter.
Hi, I'm Stanton and I'm doing social bakers.
Hi, I'm Ahmet, and my section is on Twitter Reach. And this presentation is about Subway and it's for social networking.
Social mention is a social media search and analysis platform that groups users generate content from across the world into a single stream of information. It allows you to easily track and measure what people are saying about you, your company, a new product or any topic across the web's social media landscape in real time. Social mention monitors 100 plus more social media properties directly, including Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, etc. Some advantages of social mention for Subway are the amount of social networks it gets the information from is so large that it will cover the majority of people talking about your product. Searches on the website can be refined so the information that you're getting is the information you want and is not irrelevant. The site works in real time, so all the information is up to date. And the final advantage is that it's free, so no expense would be needed. Social mention would be a great tool as it allows Subway to track competitors as well as to compare the results to see what people are saying from this. They can improve their business and give people what they want and change what people don't like. Another positive of social mention would be that if Subway were to introduce a new campaign, they'd be able to track the increased popularity of their brand and compare it to a normal average time.
Tweet level is one of the more basic analytical tools we're going to review today. It can be used by pretty much anybody and you will not need specialised staff to use this particular tool. It's got some great facts and statistics, some brilliant graphs that explain Subway perfectly, to be honest with you. For example, they've got popularity statistics, graph that shows how they're trusted online and even why they're not trusted online. We've also got the amount of followers currently and the amount of followers that tweet level think that Subway will have in the upcoming future, say 12 months in advance. We also has facts and statistics to show the amount of retweets, the amount of sort of integration with people, so the amount of mentions they have in a day, the amount of mentions they have in a week and a month and a year, the whole time they've been on Twitter altogether. And it's actually highlighted it hasn't been great. So basically, why should Subway use tweet level? Well, they should use tweet level because it's easy to use. You don't need any particular staff. They don't need to be trained. And to be honest with you, it's a great tool just to find out some easy and fast statistics that can be used to improve the business.
Social Bakers is a preferred marketing developer who has been awarded 3 developer badges by Facebook. Social Bakers is a company offering monitoring and tracking tools for analysis of social networks that are used for comparing social media stats and metrics. Starting with Twitter, Social Bakers will show the current live and up-to-date statistics of their profile, and their Twitter's @Subway. Using this free software, the Twitter statistics will be presented on graphs which Subway could use to analyse the last 6 months to the last weeks of data. This may benefit Subway as they can track how well an advertising campaign is doing, for example, due to a rise or fall in followers, and use this to progress from. Subway gaining more followers will be good for the business as it will allow them to promote to more people. However, the quality of followers is also extremely very important to them. As well as Twitter, Social Bakers also have statistics about Subway's YouTube channel. Having a YouTube channel is one of the most important parts of Subway's promotional tools, as it is a great way for them to inform people across the world what they are offering. Uploading videos to YouTube is one of the smartest ways to internet market, and having the option of making a subscription to their channel will lead to a growth of interest and possibly increasing financial status. Social Bakers will provide graphs allowing you to review last week's data and also up to 6 months prior of how many subscribers and viewers Subway have on their video uploads, allowing them to review how well the videos they upload are actually doing and if they are reaching the public correctly. Finally, Social Bakers allows you to update your account to Analytics Pro, which Subway should invest in as it shows more in-depth statistics and graphs. Analytics Pro provides a multi-platform dashboard for Subway to measure, compare and maximise social media performance. As every graph is visually user-friendly, Analytics Pro is a competitive intelligence tool which Subway can take advantage of as it offers key performance indicators such as Fan growth is undoubtedly one of the most important metrics for determining your social media performance. With intelligence data reporting on fan growth provided in Analytics Pro, Subway can accelerate the effectiveness of social media campaigns. Although fan growth is an important metric, monitoring the engagement rates of Subway's posts is critical for development and having a healthy social media strategy. The shareability graph may be an extremely effective tool for Subway when assessing how well an advertising campaign has done. For example, the 12 Days of Thanks Christmas campaign. They will be able to analyse from the graph how many times people have liked this advertisement, and they are able to see how many shares this advertisement has had per day and per period, showing the success of the campaign. Due to the transparency of social media, gathering competitive analysis relevant to the success of Subway has never been easier as an Analytics Pro. Subway are able to compare the competitors' page of their own, and analysing the performance of the competitors on social media is critical, not only for the better understanding of the competitors' social business strategy, but learning from their success and failures will help create more effective social media campaigns for your Subway.
Twitter Counter is a statistical website for Twitter users. It's simple to use and it's visually aesthetically pleasing. A company such as Subway can simply enter its Twitter username and the statistics will appear. It's grown into the #1 site for Twitter users. Twitter Counter provides statistics of Twitter usage and tracks over 75 million users and counting. It also offers a service called Pro Twitter Stats, and this is for more powerful and more in-depth statistics and reviews for chosen companies. These are statistics for Subway's Twitter usage. The figures clearly show the amount of followers, following, tweets, and where they are ranked in Twitter overall compared to other users. There's also information about how the figures change on a daily basis and how those daily changes compare on average. Twitter Counter also shows predictions for followers into the future, for example, tomorrow and, say, in 15 days' time, based on the current trends. For Subway, it's predicted they will reach 900,000 followers in 22 days, and that was from the 6th of December. The tool is also good because it allows companies such as Subway to compare themselves to competitors. It's good because they can see how popular they are, how successful they've been, social networking, and how good advertising campaigns have been. Monitoring the follow-up patterns for Subway is good because it can show how people respond to advertising from Subway based on the social network. For example, Subway recently undertook an advertising campaign called the 12 Days of Thanks, in which they were giving away free $20 Subway cards. And by looking at the followers graph, you can see that the amount of followers has based advertising campaign.
TweetReach is an online service used by both organisations and individuals to measure the volume and reach of a specifically searched up topic. The statistics can be made from hashtags and directly tagging a specific Twitter account. As you can see, the tool only gives us stats made from the last 50 tweets, whereas the full version gives us statistics for the last 1,500, which is a paid-for version. In the last 2 hours, 50 tweets have been generated, marking the statistics with 16,145 people reached, and altogether 18,216 people exposed in the process. As you can see, the last 50 tweets were generated by 43 different people with an additional 50 tweets in the last 2 hours.
Twitter Counter is very simple to use and it clearly shows the Twitter presence of Subway. It's good because they do not necessarily need to have trained staff in place to operate it. As well as this, they can track the success of social networking activities on Twitter. Subway could invest in Pro Twitter Stats to find out even more about the statistics with more in-depth graphs and different statistics.
I think social mention would be a good thing for Subway to invest in, as it would allow them to track their competitors and compare them to their own results. I also think it would be good as if they introduce a new campaign, they would be able to see increased popularity compared to a normal time.
Tweet Level is a great analytical tool. It's very basic and it's easy to read and find out the results you need to find. It would be a great tool for Subway to invest in because they wouldn't actually have to employ any new staff at all, because staff that are already there should be able to use a tool like this. You can find out vast information about followers, statistics about trust, and different bits and pieces that perhaps other analytical tools do not offer.
Reasons why Subway should choose social bakers, as spoken about before, they have more in-depth analysis compared to all the other tools. Social bakers actually help raise awareness of your company, empowering companies to expand their social marketing success with cutting-edge technology. They have 24/7 available support. All staff are readily accessible to solve any business issues at hand. They are obliged and proud of their friendly customer service. It's tailored to Subway's needs. Not every business has the same strategy and objectives, and social bakers will help Subway advertise, and social bakers understand their needs and provide them with the guidance to execute successful social media campaigns.
Tweet Reach is a scheme that can be used by anyone. This scheme alone will help companies measure increased interaction through quantity and reach by measuring the volume of people which have interacted with their company. Although it can measure high quantities at a quick time, the only problem is it doesn't tell you what specifically is being talking about, which is a big disadvantage to the company.
After reviewing each and every one of our analytical tools, we've decided that one's probably the best tool overall for Subway to use, and that's social bakers.